Director, the first time you saw Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files. Did you close the files or keep reading?
I have reviewed not the entirety of the files, so I have.
You haven't reviewed all of the Epstein files?
Personally, no.
You're the director of the FBI. This is the largest sex trafficking case the FBI has ever been a part of. Buck stops at the top, and your testimony today is you have not reviewed all the files.
What I've been doing is been busy providing the safest country this country has seen in modern U.S. history in historic speed, because the men and women of the FBI are given the resources to reduce the homicide rate, to reduce the drug trafficking rate, to reduce the amount of children that are being trafficked and the number of pedophiles.
It sounds like those children being trafficked appreciate the director reviewing the files. You said you don't know the number of times Trump's name appears in the file.
Wow, FBI Director Kash Patel is admitting he hasn't fully reviewed the Epstein files. This is one of the biggest sex trafficking cases in American history. Yet Trump's FBI director says he was focused on other priorities. Critics argue that when Trump's name comes up, transparency suddenly becomes much harder to find. Eric Swalwell pressed Patel on the issue, and many viewers were left wondering why such an important case has not received a complete review from the FBI director himself. If Patel cannot explain key details about the files, critics ask what confidence the public should have in the process. The American people have heard about the Epstein files for years. Whether the names involved belong to politicians, celebrities, or billionaires, many Americans want the same thing: transparency. Critics argue that no individual should receive special treatment. If more information can legally be released, they believe the public deserves clear explanations about what remains undisclosed and why.
So it could at least be 1,000 times, is that right?
The number is a total misleading factor. We have not released anyone's name in the Epstein files that has not been credible.
Director, could it at least be 1,000 times?
We have released every piece of legally permissible information.
Okay,
you can characterize the numbers however you want it.
Reclaiming my time, Director. It sounds like if you don't know the number, it could at least be 1,000 times.
It's not. It's not.
Is it at least 500 times?
No.
Is it at least 100 times?
No.
Then what's the number?
I don't know the number, but it's not that.
Do you think it might be your job to know the number?
My job is to provide for the safety and security of this country. My job is not to engage in political innuendo so you can go out to the sticks and get your 20-second hit in your fundraising article.
Director,
keep going, reclaiming your time, because the people of California are being underserved by your representation.
If the president is not implicated, why not release everything that involves him?
We have released everything, the president and anyone else's side, that is credible and lawfully be able to be released. Your fixation on this matter and baseless accusations that I'm hiding child pedophiles is disgusting. And
in this clip, Kash Patel was asked a straightforward question. How many times does Donald Trump's name appear in the Epstein files? Patel did not provide a number and instead shifted the discussion elsewhere. Critics argue that this exchange raises questions about transparency. Patel emphasized his focus on public safety, but many observers noted that the Epstein investigation remains one of the most talked about criminal cases in recent memory. If the FBI director cannot answer basic questions about the files, critics say it naturally fuels public curiosity. Supporters and critics alike continue demanding answers. Many Americans believe that all legally releasable records should be made public so that speculation can be replaced with facts. Instead of clear answers, viewers saw another round of unanswered questions and growing frustration.
Anyone that says that needs to look at the stats alone and go back to the state of California, who's receiving the biggest surge in FBI resources through my redeployment, because the cities of Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco need it.
Director, remembering your oath to tell the truth, did you ever tell Donald Trump his name is in the files?
I have never spoken to President Trump about the Epstein files.
Did you ever tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
The Attorney General and I have had numerous discussions about the entirety of the Epstein files and the reviews conducted by our team.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
And we have released where President Trump's name is in the Attorney's
It's a simple question.
file.
Did you tell the Attorney General that the President's name is in the Epstein files?
During many conversations that the Attorney General and I have had on the matter of Epstein, we have reviewed.
The question is simple.
Who
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or no?
Why don't you try spelling it out?
Yes or no, Director?
Use the alphabet.
Yes or no?
No, A, B, C,
Director,
D, E, F. Don't
It
wanna
sounds
do
like
it?
you don't want to tell us. Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files?
Why don't you try serving your
Director,
constituency
did
by
you tell the
focusing on
Attorney
reducing
General
violent
that Donald
crime in this
Trump's name-
country and the number of pedophiles that are
Director,
legally
reclaiming my
harbored in
time,
your
Director.
sanctuary cities in
Director,
California?
reclaiming
I'll
my
work with
time.
you on that. Do
Regular
you wanna
order, Mr.
work with us
Chairman.
on that?
Director,
I
reclaiming my
belong to the
time.
gentleman from California.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
Question
Yes or no?
has been asked and answered.
You've not.
This was one of the most intense moments of the hearing. Congressman Eric Swalwell repeatedly asked a simple question. Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name appears in the Epstein files? Rather than giving a direct yes or no answer, Patel shifted toward discussions about California crime rates and other unrelated issues. Critics viewed this as an attempt to avoid the question. Many observers believe that direct questions deserve direct answers, especially when public trust is involved. If there is nothing improper to hide, critics ask why a straightforward response was so difficult. The exchange left many Americans with more questions than answers and renewed calls for greater transparency regarding the Epstein investigation.
Not answered it, and we will take your evasiveness as a consciousness of guilt. Director, did Donald Trump ever say to you, just find and release the entire truth? Don't worry if I'm in it.
The instructions from the administration were to release all credible information, and we have done that.
Did Donald Trump ever provide information about Jeffrey Epstein as an informant?
Donald Trump has not been, and I can only speak for the FBI, an informant of the FBI.
So, Director, you've played this cute shell game where you say you can't release everything because the court has said that it legally is not allowed to be released, but the court calls bullshit. Judge Richard Berman said that when you went to the court, quote, information contained in the Epstein grand jury transcripts pales in comparison to Epstein investigation information and materials in the hands of the Department of Justice. So let's move on, Director. You wrote a book called Government Gangsters. You identified 20 individuals in that book. You put me on that list at the top.
Here came another controversial moment. Swalwell asked whether Donald Trump had ever encouraged the full release of the Epstein files, even if his own name appeared in them. Patel responded by pointing to previous releases and legal restrictions. The discussion intensified when Swalwell referenced court statements suggesting that additional Epstein-related materials may still exist. Critics argue that this raises legitimate questions about how much information remains undisclosed. Patel has often spoken publicly about government accountability and transparency. Because of that, some observers expected more direct answers during this hearing. Instead, critics felt the discussion focused heavily on legal limitations while leaving important public concerns unresolved. For many viewers, the central question remained the same. Should more information be released if it can legally be made public?
Top of the list, thank you, my children find it flattering. 20 of those individuals have been investigated or have had adverse actions. Director, considering that you have identified these people as, quote, government gangsters, will you recuse yourself from making any investigation decisions about these individuals?
Anyone that has been terminated at the FBI has been done so
the
because
question
they failed
again.
to meet the muster in
Director,
their constitutional
I will
obligation.
work on the
No.
audio-visual capabilities.
I'm going to
of the
borrow
hearing, so
your
that you can hear me.
terminology and call
I'm reclaiming
bullshit
my
on your
time.
entire career in
I'm
Congress.
reclaiming my
It
time,
has been
Director.
a disgrace to the American
Director, I'm
people.
reclaiming my
You
time.
can
No,
reclaim your
no, you
time all
recuse
you
yourself.
want.
Mr.
Chairman, you're going to
Protect
allow a
the
witness
citizens
to
of
speak
California.
this way?
Mr. Chairman,
would you give...
recuse yourself, Director.
The gentleman has no time to...
Mr. Chairman, would you
Mr.
admonish the
point of-
witness not to insult members?
The gentleman has no time.
Mr. Chairman,
The
just
committee will remember...
Quick point of order. Could the gentleman be extended an additional 20 seconds to complete his thoughts since the witness decided to interrupt him continuously?
And the witness will be able to respond if he wants. We'll make sure he
Thank
has
you.
time to do that.
My question
Gentleman,
is,
continue.
will you, Director, recuse yourself, yes or no, from investigating or making decisions about the 60 individuals, including myself, that you identified as government gangsters? Yes or no?
Time of the gentleman has expired. The
No.
witness may respond if he would like.
And the answer was no, as I heard.
The hearing became even more heated when Swalwell questioned Patel about potential conflicts of interest involving individuals mentioned in Patel's book Government Gangsters. Rather than simply addressing the recusal question, Patel responded with sharp criticism of Swalwell. Critics argue that such exchanges can create concerns about impartiality, especially when personal disagreements become part of official testimony. Many observers believe FBI leaders should be seen as independent and focused on facts rather than political disputes. Throughout the hearing, critics felt Patel often responded with counterattacks instead of direct answers. Whether viewers agree or disagree with him, the hearing intensified debate about transparency, accountability, and the role of politics in high-profile investigations. At the end of the day, many Americans will reach their own conclusions. But one thing is clear. The controversy surrounding the Epstein files is far from over, and public demands for answers continue to grow. So what do you think? Did Kash Patel provide real answers, or did he avoid the most important questions? The debate over the Epstein files is clearly not going away, and many Americans are still demanding more transparency from the government. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe all legally releasable Epstein records should be made public, regardless of whose name appears in them? Let us know. If you found this video informative, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest political coverage and breaking developments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.